What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Technically Speaking, 9 p.m. Wednesday on the East Coast. It is a chilly one in the capital city of Columbus, Ohio. I would tell you, I'm excited. Well, my camera just went blurry. We're trying to make changes to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Blurry camera and all. I got my boys' BoomBox, and my camera's just freaking out. Just freaking out. This is such an amateur hour right now. Just amateur hour. I'm just bringing them in. Triple Slim. What's up, boys? What is the good word? Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's 2 words, but you know. Hey, everybody.
I will choke you.
How you could try. How we doing this fine frozen Wednesday evening here in Columbus, Ohio?
Capital city of Columbus, Ohio. BoomBox, you were coming in hot.
35. It was all of 35 degrees. I saw a high of 35. I know the wind chill probably took it lower. Doing good. Yeah, came in right here at the 11th hour.
My camera is just straight freaking out. Just
yeah, the
mine's got that sepia tone by comparison. Do I look like I've been smoking indoors?
It does. It seems like you may need a little bit of kidney work.
We can do that. You know, we got something up here too.
A little kidney work.
Is there an AF button I can push on that camera?
It probably wouldn't matter. Because I'm moving around. Oh my God, you got even more yellow. Lord have mercy.
Look, I know how many times to push the white balance up or down to make myself gorgeous on YouTube.
Ooh, guys, we got to address the elephant in the room.
Hey, that's not fair. It's the holiday season. We're all getting bigger.
I'm getting big. I'm getting thick. Triple C thick. The elephant in the room that we have to address is the fact that last Saturday there was an abysmal game that occurred. I'm just going to get it out of the way. Ohio State lost to the team that I hate losing to the most in the history of ever. Absolutely despise Michigan football. Can't say the university. Can say Michigan football. Michigan football could lose every game from here to the end of time, and I would be okay with it. Country, I'm going to have to ask you to get up and change that autofocus because it is driving me up and wall right now.
I thought that was good. Yeah, I thought that might be the elephant in the room. Yeah.
It's not the elephant in the room.
Pulsating in and
Dude,
out
it's like just like press the button like you're going to take a photo. Like you're gonna, see if you can just get it to zoom in on me. Just stay right there. Did it like highlight my face? That's good. Just don't press it down. Let's try to see if it will stay there.
I got the green box.
You got the green box around me. Yeah. This is amateur hour right now. Technically speaking,
but it's also focusing on something above you.
I don't care about the above me. Oh God, it's doing it again.
I know. It's all night.
Oh God, damn it.
Yeah. Just go blurry like you're in the witness protection program.
I quit.
Like you're being interviewed.
This is so ridiculous. Just I quit everything about this right now. This is so like I run a tech channel for Christ. Look, here's the deal. I run a tech channel for Christ's sakes, and I can't figure. You mean to tell me I can't figure out autofocus? What kind of stupid shit is this? It doesn't matter. You're here for the voice anyway. You're here for the peaches. We stay for the peaches. I'm gonna pull this up because last week we brought in Microsoft PowerPoint.
That is not true.
It is. You said it.
It's not true. It's not true.
It is true. Well, what is it if it's not PowerPoint? What would you call this?
Google Slides.
Google Slides.
It is literally an alternative to Microsoft. I'm not a Microsoft guy. It's okay if you are, technically speaking. But for the most part, I avoid Microsoft products like the plague.
Why?
I forget when Ford put Microsoft in their dashboard.
Ford Sync. That's what you're talking about. Ford Sync.
Yeah, and I was like, wow. Can't wait to get the blue screen of death in a Ford. But
oh my God, anyway. Just chaos is ensuing in the house. We got dogs. We got 2 dogs in the house.
There's just dogs.
What is happening right now?
I don't know.
Jesus, get it together. Mo, what are you doing in here?
2 dogs are down here. What kind of ship are you running over here?
No, I'm not a tight one, that's for sure.
We're running the ark over here.
Good Lord. There's 1 male, 1 female. Everything. There's 2 males over here, 2 dogs. I'll tell you what. Anyway, last Saturday, the Buckeyes just laid an egg.
They pooped the bed.
Just laid an egg. Absolute trash. Trash-tastic. I am not going to go after any of the players because they are still children. They are still, well, they're grown adults. But I'm not going to go after them. They're young. Yeah, they're young adults. I'm not going to go after them. What I will say is pretty disappointed with some of the choices that were made in the play calls. Pretty disappointed in some of the decisions to, you're not even going to challenge it when X's knee didn't go down in the first drive where it's 4th and 1 from your 46. You're not even going to contemplate challenging or contemplate going for it to get 3 feet. You mean to tell me that your horses up front can't push 3 feet? I don't think so. Amateur hour. You play to win the game. You play to win the game. Herm Edwards said it best. You play to win the game. Do not coach scared. That's what you did. Head coach at Ohio State, coach scared.
Did you see the Soul Train dance off that our team was doing on the Michigan field pregame?
I did.
They were taking their turns doing their favorite TikTok.
By the way, absolutely no rhythm.
You could tell right then we were going to lose.
I mean, there was no rhythm to their rhyme. None.
How do you do that in front of 110,000 fans?
You better be.
You're 18 years old, getting paid to play a game. That's how you do that.
Just a travesty.
It was a tough watch. There was a time where I had to remind myself that I'm a parent and a grown man, and I'm going to have to sober up by dinner after this because I started to drink my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I got a nice little rule: a beer a quarter. Keeps me above water.
Keeps you at that
third quarter, my friends. Not by the third quarter. Not by the third quarter.
I tell you what, that .12, where you're drunk enough to enjoy it, but sober enough to know what you're doing. What's the quote? The guy gets that quote.
.12 is kind of aggressive.
.12?
Well, is that blood alcohol level?
That's over that's
.0.
That's 50% over the legal limit.
Okay, .012.
There you go.
.012.
Okay.
.12. You are way gone.
Oh yeah, you're drunk in all
slammed.
50 states at that .12.
You don't even know where you live.
You haven't seen .12 in a decade.
I have not seen .12 in a decade. I have seen it.
I saw it Saturday.
You saw the
when we
.12?
lost. I saw .12 Saturday when we lost to Michigan.
That was rough. I'm over here pulsating amateur hour.
But it's easy to win when you cheat.
I would agree with that statement. Okay, well, we should probably talk about a little bit of tech, but not tech first, because last week, Thanksgiving. Wow. I meant to talk about this. Boys, do you know what is on the screen right now? Gentlemen, do you know what you're looking at right now?
That ham?
I was going to say, is that a ham loaf?
We'll talk about it in 1 second because this is a segue into, we got through Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. Great time. Had a wonderful, wonderful bunch of food.
Mm-hmm.
I want your guys's, give me your number one worst Thanksgiving thing.
Ooh.
Like, what is the worst thing that you could put Thanksgiving table? You're looking at it going, you got to be kidding me. This cannot be here. What is that? And then, hot take from each of you. What is a food that everybody's like, oh my God, I got to have this? And you're like, nope, it's awful. So think about that.
Isn't that the same question though?
No, it's not the same question. Something that people really, really love.
Oh.
But you think it's overrated. How about that overrated thing that people love? And then you saying
I definitely have two different answers.
I'll probably tell you what you guys are looking at is not ham. You're actually looking at Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh. That's
a testicle, right?
That
is a testicle.
Big old bull testicle.
That
right
is a
there.
testicle right there, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking right there at a completely custom-made, curated
Glad we don't live in the Rocky
Mountain
Mountains.
oyster. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is one of the things somebody said was on the table at Thanksgiving. That's a hard pass from me. Hard pass.
Yeah.
Pass?
Agreed.
Have you ever had it?
I think accidentally. Hard pass. Very rubbery. Very rubbery.
I'll try anything once. It's just who I am. I've had like Brazilian steakhouses will put the full intestines on there.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Every piece goes in.
Everything goes in.
Yeah. Stats, you want to start us off with your least favorite?
Yeah, so I would say of all the standard Thanksgiving fare that just I don't like eating is any stuffing that is actually cooked inside the bird. It's never been my favorite. If it's not done correctly, it can actually make people really, really sick. And even when it is done semi-correctly, it's still just soggy bread. I would rather have, a casserole of dressing, which is the alternate name when it's not cooked inside the bird. Or in our family, we have a type of dressing that is made into what we affectionately call hockey pucks, but it's all the same stuff you would put in a dressing casserole, but it's shaped into little mounds of golden brown and delicious
hockey
bread.
Pucks.
And it's great. It's amazing. So
okay.
All right.
BoomBox.
We're talking just what I do not like that's on the table, or just
just what, not an overrated thing. What's the thing is like, get it off my table. Can't have it.
Hot take. I don't like ham, period.
Wow.
I don't eat ham.
That's a hot take.
I don't touch ham. If ham's out, we have a ton of ham downstairs for leftovers right now.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be thrown away.
You're not a ham guy.
I don't eat a ham Sammy. I don't eat ham anything. I do not enjoy ham.
What about
bacon? And I enjoy
bacon?
Sausage or bacon, absolutely. Something about ham, it's like a salty
bull testicle.
That's salty. Yeah, a salty bull testicle.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah.
The answer is, just by the way, Juan said it best in the comments. It is cranberry sauce. Absolutely has no. I don't need mashed fruit for Thanksgiving.
Now,
if I want mashed fruit, I will seek out mashed fruit, and it would be called applesauce. That's what it's called, applesauce. I don't put cranberry sauce on the freaking table. I want mashed potatoes. I want turkey. I want stovetop dressing, not from the bird. I want it on the stovetop so I don't get sick. Throw a little green beans, throw a little corn. I think green bean casserole is completely overrated, by the way. That's my overrated thing. Green bean casserole, absolutely overrated. 100% pass.
Love green bean casserole. Love it with the cream of mushroom soup.
That's disgusting.
That's how. Or the one where it's just a bunch of green beans, and then separately you cook the diced tomatoes and bacon, and then you lay that over top of it, and then bake that.
Did you say diced tomatoes?
Yeah.
And bacon. Yeah. So
absolutely horrific.
Amazing.
Just god awful. Hi Shelly. Hi Pixelpia.
I'm with BoomBox on this. I do love me a good green bean casserole.
Casseroles are stupid.
This year,
you're wrong on 2-1.
Yeah, this year
I weigh more.
I was in charge of the green bean casserole, and I did not use the cream of mushroom or cream of chicken or cream of anything. I made a homemade bechamel sauce from scratch and then poured that on top of the green bean casserole. So,
you made a Zoe Deschanel sauce?
Yes, I did.
What was it? Was it
a Bumperdick Cumberdatch? What was that?
Yes.
Bumperdick Cumberdatch?
To both of you.
No, cranberry does not belong. Absolutely hard pass. Green bean casserole is ridiculous. You know me, I'll just tell you what. I would just straight hit the dessert table. And boy, did I ever hit that dessert table. I added some LBs from last week. The old cholesterol's up. Salt intake is up. Heartbeats per minute are up. LBs are up. It's all coming up peachy, baby. It's all coming up peachy. As we get close to wrapping in
You know,
complete
how he just skipped
cold transfer.
our overrated picks here.
Roll with me on this. We are a tech show. We are getting close to the end of the year. It is the 29th of November. We are less than 40 days in the year remaining.
32 days.
I said less than 40. I didn't know what the math was going to be, so I was close. And so some of you that have Spotify have probably noticed that you've been hit with your Spotify.com Wrapped. What did you listen to every single year? So this is the annual tradition where everybody and their brother will share exactly what you did and listen to the last 11 months of the year. The last 11 months behind you, what did you listen to? So here's my question. I don't have Spotify.
I can't
hold
believe
on.
You don't have Spotify and you're doing this bit.
Hold on. Yeah, but the point is, if somebody looked at whatever the music app that you choose, if you're Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube Music, whatever, if somebody looked at your last 11 months, what are they seeing? Or if you feel so inclined, because I know he uses YouTube Music. I don't know what you use, BoomBox. You Spotify guy?
Oh, big Spotify guy. Love it.
Big Spotify guy. Yeah. Are you Apple Music? Do you have both?
Nope.
No. Interesting.
Only Spotify.
Only Spotify. Nothing could make you switch?
Back in the day, you used to be able to upload your own stuff. This is why my longtime musician friend Danny swore by Apple Music, because when he pulled up his Apple Music, all of his personal MP3s were therein because his iTunes was connected to it.
Correct.
And so he could play like all of our old albums from anywhere, from his phone. I'm like, well, that's great. So I get it. But so if I finally did that, then absolutely. Yeah. But no, I've just, I don't know, Spotify, it's one of those things where like Spotify got me first, you know?
So it's an ecosystem thing, which we may talk about later in the show.
Yeah.
So if somebody looks at your YouTube Music and says, okay, your last 11 months, your number one artist, who are they seeing? Who are they seeing as your number one?
You ready?
I'm ready for this. Do you have your Spotify Wrapped, don't you?
I'm getting it right here.
Oh my God, I love this.
I'm taking hot notes. Okay. So, I mean, it walks you through. It's longer this year than I think than ever.
Okay.
They expand on, I think they know how much of a fan favorite this is. Like there's memes about Apple Music people looking sad at whatever lack of an end of year wrap up that they get. But, my, number one is, Bella White, and Bella White's album she has this acoustic album. It's an unbelievable album. I mean, closest, like, you know, like my daughter also has access to this. So like Taylor Swift is unfairly very high.
I was going to say that's
unfairly very high.
Yeah.
Followed by Krangman and Jack Harlow. So like it is
what?
Yeah, I was it said that I had I listened to 74 different genres, and that also I listened to a lot of Sturgill Simpson and Jack Harlow, and then and they sort of categorize you, right? I'm seeing them on the screen now: hypnotist, luminary, shapeshifter, time traveler. So I listened. I got credit for listening to albums completely all the way through, which they're like apparently on Spotify is a very rare thing.
Wow, really?
But as an artist, you know how important it is for the concept of an album to listen to it from start to finish.
Yeah, and I prefer an album that I can listen to front to back. I will always I prefer that versus the the automated playlist. I mean, back in the day, Pandora was really great at helping me to discover new music like the radio, but I'm not here to skip songs anymore. So, yep.
Interesting.
And I listened to 20,000 minutes of podcasts too on this thing.
20,000 minutes of podcasts?
Yeah.
20,000 minutes. Dude, that's a lot of minutes.
Yeah, I'm in the top 3% of Bill Simmons.
A year.
Jesus.
A year is 525,600 minutes. So
525,600 minutes.
Thank you.
That's 333 hours of podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Just podcasts.
I don't know how to look it up on Google Podcasts, but I bet you I'm right up there.
I know. Most of my podcast consumption comes from YouTube directly. So it would be lost in the sauce of just me consuming YouTube.
Videos,
just video after video. Most of my consumption. Go ahead.
Bella White's Just Like Leaving. I finally got it because you got to maneuver back and forth with this thing. It's
Bella White, Just Like Leaving.
Just Like Leaving. Amazing.
Hold on. Bella White, Just Like Leaving.
Malcontent. Well done. He said, haha, Boombox. That's about 20,000 minutes more than Peachy's wife.
It's true.
That's a good callback.
That's a good callback, Malcontent. I really like that.
Thank you.
That is a great callback.
Well done.
I will watch that.
You know, Juan, it's almost like I knew he was going to sing it, and I set him up.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, we're here to entertain, baby. That's what we do here. I'm going to be a mess. I am a mess in terms of my music. I am.
Oh, we're talking about music.
All over the board. And I can tell you, in just the last month, I've listened to Slow Whiskey Blues, Simply Christmas, John Mayer, Just My Imagination, Lo-Fi Chill, more John Mayer, Ben Folds, Deep Chill Music, EDM, no lyrics, Pure Imagination, Dave Matthews, Selfless, Cold, and Composed from Ben Folds, and Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight, Tuesday's Gone by Leonard Skinner.
Classic.
And 10 Man by America. And all of those have been played in the last 2 weeks, what I just described. I would be known as the time traveler. I go back and I go back and listen to music that's significant. Like I'll go back to my high school music. That was decades ago at this point. And I'll go back and listen to that over and over and over and over again. I don't give a rat's ass about much new stuff. But you hit me with that late 90s, early 2000s. You hit me with that 90s that started about 92 to about 2004. Classic. Probably the best decade of music that's ever been created. Ever.
One could argue.
Ever. I'd be the time traveler. Probably my number one would be John Mayer. I listen to a lot of John Mayer, and he has his own station on Sirius Radio. Channel number 14. It is phenomenal. It's not just John Mayer music, but it's very John Mayer vibes. Unbelievably good station. Unbelievable station.
Okay.
Stats?
See, I found out there. Sorry, I keep jumping in as
That's
I'm
okay.
finally
Go ahead.
able
Go ahead.
to like navigate this rap thing. Of the weird tarot cards that are on the screen now, I too am the hypnotist. It says that your concentration is absolute, friend. You'd like to play albums all the way through from the opening track to the final note.
Interesting.
Right.
I almost never do that.
So YouTube music is a little tougher to navigate, but I can tell you I spent a lot of time listening to Chris Stapleton this year. Sturgill Simpson was also Black Pumas was
we buying shoes?
What?
Black Pumas, are we buying shoes now?
Yeah, absolutely.
What is this?
You know,
Stats, do you have a record player?
I do. I have like 3 actually.
All right.
Only one I was plugged in.
Yeah, we'll carry the show. I got you.
So, but yeah, it was a lot of either throwback country and then, alternative rock from the 90s and early 2000s. But then
best freaking decade music.
the new modern outlaw country, like Willie Nelson's Kid and Waylon Jennings' kid or grandkid at this point, and Chris Stapleton and things like that. That's
Coulter Wall,
yes,
Sturgill Simpson,
yes,
Tyler Childers. Yeah.
Yep. But then I also got to mix in a little bit of Leon Bridges, and some Gary Clark Jr. Gary Clark Jr. is probably my favorite musician. Him and Chris Stapleton are tied of like the last 5 years.
Nice. So I asked if you like the Black Pumas because there was a bad day for quality control at Amazon, and I ordered.
I love that.
Ordered the Black Pumas debut album, has the Grammy nominated single "Colors" on white vinyl, and I knew something was wrong when the box arrived because they didn't just give me one. They gave me 50.
Oh, that's lovely.
50?
So thank you, Jeff Bezos. It's actually 25. I've given them away to everyone I know that has a record player because I like to spread the wealth, unlike Jeff Bezos. And so you have one of these coming your way, my man. Look at that, Black Pumas.
Oh, that's fantastic.
They said, they're like, hey, he ordered one.
Box of 25. Yeah.
Give him a whole box.
Some disgruntled guy was like, yep.
Take this, bitch. Take this, Jeff Bezos. You think you're gonna get me, you astronaut asshole? Now, Take this, Black Pumas for everybody.
Did you go back and check your? Did you go back and check your credit card to make sure they only charged you for one?
Oh, I bet you did.
I checked everything. I was like, are they going to email me? Are they going to be like, oh, there's been a mistake. We've given you
too many.
25. We've given you 24 extras.
Just in case you need one.
So yeah, everyone.
Wow.
Every friend I know has a white vinyl copy of the Black Pumas debut album. And now, Stats, you, my friend, have one.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Jeff Bezos. Well, disgruntled employee of Jeff Bezos. Thank you very much for that.
Hell, it was probably a robot, but...
Well, okay, let's move on to this one. Probably actually getting back into the tech conversation. Did you boys hear that Goldman Sachs has said, you know what? To hell with you, Apple. I'm done with you.
See,
now they're saying, like, I'm out. I want out of this relationship. It's been abusive, Apple. You have been taking all my money. I have reported losses. I want out of this. I'm tired of being beaten. You aren't fair. Apple, you stay out all night long, drinking, smoking. You come back, you don't take care of your kids. And I want out of this relationship. That's what Goldman Sachs said.
See, the article I read said it was the other way, that Apple was the one who was petitioning to sever the relationship. So this could be getting interesting.
Well, it's not going to be nearly as fast as you think.
It's in a PR spin mode right now, ever since that Wall Street Journal article dropped and saying that Apple pulled the plug, and then Goldman Sachs is like, she didn't dump me, I dumped her. Like, it's kind of like going that way. And I'm like,
it's a he said,
Goldman
she said
Sachs.
battle.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like everyone who's ever gotten into bed with Apple, at some point you have a problem with it and you think it costs too much, and
right.
Says every consumer ever.
Right. Apple products are expensive. Goldman, what did you expect? What did you think you were going to get? Now, there's rumors on the street that Apple Financial Services might take over. Don't know how true that is, because the thing is, people don't realize banking is a heavily regulated thing. It is incredibly difficult to start a bank. I would envision that Apple may try it because it wants to try to control everything. But now there are rumors on the street that Amex might try to take over, or Synchrony. Synchrony, most people don't realize. Synchrony is one of the largest credit card providers in the entire, it's at least in the US, if not in the world. Probably want to look that one up. that could be facetious. So it's right now I got Amex and Synchrony as one. There is allegedly some posting of a job at a Brazilian financial services institution that may be a slight wrinkle in this, and they may be trying to go after the Apple Card business. But don't worry, if you have an Apple Card, BoomBox, I know you do, and I do as well. We are 12 to 15 months away from them, the two of them, absolutely separating, because this is going to be a battle. It's going to take some time. Go ahead, Stats. Hit us.
Sorry to burst your bubble there. Synchrony only owns 3.4% of the market.
Who's number one?
American Express.
Well, okay, I guess so. I think they're the largest issuer of cards or something like that. I read some headline somewhere where that said that. I'm just going to live in perpetual blur behind me, by the way.
Oh, actually,
if you say something wrong and you're out of focus, it doesn't count.
I would agree. I'm out of focus.
Bank of America has almost 30% of the market.
Bank of America's not going to be dominant. Bank of America's got their own problems, but they're not going to be dominant.
American Express has another 30%. Citigroup has another 24%, and then there's
that's fine. I make it up.
A dozen other people.
Whatever. I made it up.
It's fair.
So what I'm concerned with is what is this going to do? So we're talking about the Apple Card, but it will also impact Apple deposits, which means the savings account that you have. BoomBox, did you put money into your savings account? Because I know
a little bit.
I did,
and
too.
it's automatically being put there anyways with this amazing promise of why you signed up. That anywhere from 2 to 4% of all your purchases on what is currently a MasterCard goes into that account based on the type of purchase that you make, and then they promise you 4.15% yearly APR on that. And that was a huge draw.
I was going to tell you, I've made some money on it. I've made some money on it.
As I hold the card today, I'm really excited to have what will be like a Gen 1 Pokemon card for Apple people.
Yeah, it's true.
It says Goldman Sachs on it.
Socks, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Sure. I'm excited because it hit me like I can't cut
metal.
this card. I do have to melt this now.
You're gonna have to smelt it.
And also like it's literally laser engraved with a MasterCard. So it might be the first time in history that a MasterCard, a physical MasterCard, becomes an American Express. What is that about? It's absolutely bizarre. It's
the
bizarre.
Leslie Gore, you don't own me.
Juan's just hitting you don't own me. It's like,
he's here. Skippable 628, the man himself. LA Beast is in the house. I'd love LA Beast. My friend, I hope you are doing well. Have a great day. Please stay alive. I love your content. Don't go anywhere. We heart you here very well. The man eats cactuses, folks.
Yeah.
He's a legend. He's a legend in the space. Love that guy. Love him to death. Yep. So I would say if you have a card, an Apple Card,
don't lose it.
Don't lose it. It's probably going to be worth a little bit of money someday. It eventually will become an American Express card, but I'm going to be really disappointed if it's not metal. So I'm here to tell you, Amex, if you're listening, look at my blurry image and realize that you better give me a metal card. Synchrony, it's same thing to you. I'm going to need a metal card. I'm going to need that 4.1625% or whatever it is. You know what? For all this trouble, Apple, you should make it a flat 5. It's ridiculous. Make it a flat 5. Bruce Willis. Legend.
Facts.
He's a legend. Diehard's not a Christmas movie. This is not up for debate. I can't believe that people say this. It is not a Christmas movie. It is unequivocally not a Christmas movie. And it is a hardcore pass for me when anybody says, oh, it's a Christmas movie.
Okay.
It takes place at Christmas time.
Well,
a lot of movies take place at Christmas time, a-holes.
But
that doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
But that is the phrase from your Instagram.
Oh,
rant.
so now we're going to go with my narrative.
Yes. That I
Don't change my
No,
narrative.
I'm not. I'm trying to change your mind. I'm not going to change your narrative.
You can't change my heart. I know what a
You
Christmas
don't
movie is.
have a heart. Anyway,
Oh, no, I do. It's enlarged. Thank you very much. It's in there, and it's bigger than you think.
the example that you
So
gave.
suck it.
The example that you gave on Instagram was there is an Harry Potter movie that has a scene that takes place at Christmas time.
Right.
So I agree with you by that supposition that entire movie is not a Christmas movie.
Okay.
However, Die Hard, the only reason he is in LA is to visit his kids for
I would assume that you're going to say Christmas.
Christmas. The only reason he is at the Nakatomi Tower is to find his separated wife at her
I assume an office Christmas party is what
Christmas
you want
party.
me to say.
because she was not at home. The only reason that Hans Gruber and his team of incredibly sophisticated international terrorist and bank robbers was at Nakatomi Plaza to
Not that sophisticated, not that talented.
well, not against Bruce Willis. Anyway, the only reason they were there is because the building was supposed to be empty for
I would assume the holiday.
Christmas break, and the entire movie takes place in not even a day, one night during the Christmas period. It does not start before.
But what night?
It does not start. It does not end after.
Okay, so I took notes,
The
a-hole.
entire thing takes place in one 6-hour period.
What is the genre of Die Hard?
Christmas action movie?
Bullshit, don't lie to me. Don't you lie to me. Don't you do it. What is the genre and main theme of Die Hard? What is it?
You're the one with the notes.
It is an action movie, and the main plot resolves. It does resolve because Bruce Willis is awesome. Revolves around a terrorist takeover of a building, and Bruce Willis is there to thwart their efforts. It happened to be during the Christmas period, but it has no themes. No themes at all of Christmas. The director,
Other than the
director of Die Hard has come out and said it is not explicitly labeled as a Christmas movie. It is categorized as an action movie, not a Christmas movie. You know when it was released? Not
89.
during, it was July 1988. Ain't Christmas in July, baby. Bull crap. Don't pull horse shit. Don't start with me, Boombox.
Let me offer you this counterpoint. How would you categorize the movie Reindeer Games?
I haven't seen it, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Christmas movie.
Here we go. You're gonna say Home Alone, because everybody does.
You've never
Everybody's
heard
gonna
of
say. I haven't. I'm sorry. I'm not a movie watcher.
Ben Affleck?
No.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. You're gonna mention Home Alone. I struggle with putting Home Alone as a Christmas movie because it is about
A psychopathic child.
not a psychopathic child, a child who overcomes some obstacles with some trickeration and ingenuity to come up with one of the greatest characters that's ever been created. I struggle with that one as a Christmas movie. When I think Christmas movies, I think claymation. I think it's centered around very big, family-oriented, coming around together, big Christmas trees, holidays. Whew. So I was evidently so loud, my wife had to come in and say I needed to know why you were screaming. She's in the comments.
Yep. What about Gremlins? Gremlins a Christmas movie?
Man, I haven't seen Gremlins in a minute. You put Gremlins as a Christmas movie?
It is absolutely a Christmas movie.
I think
Gremlins
Die
is a
Hard's
Christmas
tone
gift.
is
It's a Christmas
intense
gift.
on focus, action, violence, and suspense. When I think of Christmas,
at a Christmas party.
I don't think Bruce Willis is sitting on a jolly fat Santa's lap. I just don't see it.
Not all Christmas movies have a jolly fat Santa.
Well, yeah, malcontents.
Sometimes they have a man crawling with bloody feet through the HVAC with a Zippo lighter, Peachy.
Yeah.
You know, the holidays are different for everyone.
I swear to God, people do this shit to piss me off. Like, I think people do that. Like, I'm going to tell you my heart rate right now.
106.
And that's actually a cool 79. So
wow.
I'll take that. I'm going to take that. As fired up as I was. Yes, my wife is right. This is a hill by which I will die on. I believe I will die hard. I believe that the sanctity of Christmas movies, I actually believe the population should shrink. I don't think Home Alone should be a Christmas movie. People watch it at Christmas time.
Wow.
Shrink it down. I'm talking Santa Claus, the one with the one with Tim Allen. Like, that's a Christmas movie. The whole thing was about Santa.
Okay.
The old school claymation.
The entire movie did not take place.
I will literally
during
cut
Christmas.
your throat.
I mean, he went to the beach in one of those movies.
What?
Yeah, in like the second or third one.
That one doesn't count. Second or we always know that
the first one
the remakes are always the worst.
The first one takes a whole year. He magically becomes Santa, then he goes through.
But it started
his 5
the
stages
night
of
when the Santa Claus fell off his chimney.
Well, yeah.
It's literally called a Santa Claus contractual clause.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. How would I characterize Violent Night? I don't know what that is.
It's a movie that came out last year. It is 100% an action movie, but it also does have a Santa in it. So this could be the exception that makes the rule for you, Scott.
Pixelpia, I'm gonna talk out of both sides of my mouth. Here we go. A Christmas Story, to me, is a Christmas movie.
Because it has the word Christmas in the title.
Reach. Are you kidding me? It's one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time.
I know, it's a Christmas movie. It's what I said. It's one.
Defend you.
Well, because again, it is centered around the focus of A Christmas Story. Is homeboy wants a gun. He's got to get that double action Red Ryder gun. It's the gift. He is focused on the gift,
Just
and he's
helping us. You're bringing up guns in defense of Diehard not being.
It's a gift. Movie. It was focused on the gift. That Red Ryder BB gun was the gift.
Rambo: First Blood, 1982, when he enters the police station, there is a Christmas tree in the town of Hope. It is Christmas in Rambo: First Blood.
Love it.
Christmas
You're saying that Rambo's a Christmas movie? Is that what we're saying right now? Is that what we're talking about?
I mean, there's lots of red and green in that
Sylvester
movie.
Stallone and his big happy ass coming down the chimney, double barrel bazooka, just black eye mask on. This show is a mess, by the way. This episode
fantastic.
188 is a mess.
I think it's fantastic.
The first lethal weapon. The first lethal weapon.
Stop it. This is ridiculous.
It's happening.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. By the way, folks, I'm an entertainer. This is what I do. I don't think it's this deep. Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. You can all be wrong. It's fine. I'll sit over here on Truth Hill, being right, with all of the goodness of Christmas over here, the Christmas spirit. As we move on to the next story, which is a tech story. Do you care about name drop?
I just heard about it yesterday, and then I went and found an article and read a little more about it today. And
you're going to stop your kids from doing it?
Well, if I knew who they were, maybe. But much like the media tends to blow things out of proportion, the person I heard it from yesterday was completely freaked out.
Really?
Because he didn't realize you could turn it off. So, no, I am not freaked out.
What were they worried about?
He was worried about, well, somebody could just hold their phone near to mine and get all of my contact information without me knowing it.
Okay, stop it.
But that's what he said.
Stop.
That's what he said.
What misinformation website is he going to?
I don't.
Fox?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Is it really?
Yes.
I was just making that up.
Nope.
No, come on.
Yes.
I was literally just trying to be an a-hole, but I didn't
know who I work with.
I was just trying to be an a-hole. I didn't actually know. Juan, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. We've moved on. Just accept the fact that you're wrong and we'll be good. Cool.
Juan,
you don't have
okay.
a microphone, so I can say that.
Juan says he did an 11-minute video.
I 100% believe that he did.
Juan, I'll get a hold of...
100% believe. Again, it's not that deep.
I'll get a hold of
not a
Tech King
Christmas
Mike.
movie.
We will have a Christmas
We are
debate.
not... let's not talk about... I am not... Are you yellow? What are you, McFly? Are you yellow? Bark, 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 bark. Name drop, not that deep as well. I'm not worried about it. If I believe that I could... By the way, it takes more than just a half of a second to get contact information from that. I'm not worried about my kids doing it.
Even if it's turned on, you have to acknowledge it. There's a pop-up that shows up on your phone.
Did you just see that?
Yeah, that he's on a Mac and him putting his thumb up, his iOS acknowledged it and his camera.
That is wild.
I think camera. If you do this too, like balloons will happen.
It just did.
That is fantastic.
That is crazy. I did not know that. So there you go. iOS 17.2 on the beta gives you the bubble.
Give away your personal information. Just give us more animated emojis.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Yeah,
that's all you have to do. Is just all we want is bubbles with thumbs.
Stats. Put both your hands up like this, like you're being arrested. It should do. No, you can't see the screen.
No, I can't see you live.
Go look at me. Go like this.
Oh.
No, you just look like an idiot.
This man's been arrested. There it is. That's a different emoji. Yeah.
No, I'm not worried about this, and no, you shouldn't be worried either. Name drop is going to be fine. There are safety protocols in place. Stop freaking out about it. Your kids are not sharing all of their contacts with God and country. That's not happening that way. There is an acknowledge. Do you think Apple would put something out that doesn't have this? Actually, that's not a good usage either, because Apple's had some flops too. But I will tell you, from the security perspective, I think Apple would be fine with this. I don't think you need to worry. Stop reading this crazy misinformation that's out there. It works. It's fine. It's safe. You're good. And if the worst thing is you have to get rid of your cell phone number, just go get a new one.
I do have a comment from off screen. Dad, I'll send you the article on how to disable it, but you don't
stop. Don't disable it. It's very cool.
Well, you don't have it yet because you're not upgraded to the newest iOS anyway. But
there you go.
Yeah.
But I don't think you need to worry about it. I think it's going to be fine.
Fine. So I'll have Scott walk you through it, how to turn it off from here.
Sure. I don't mind.
Stats, just so that we can all see it. There's a couple more. Can you do the heart symbol in front of your heart?
Please tell me that this is going to work. Oh, it did. It did. It absolutely did. That is 100% cool.
If you do one peace sign, you should get the balloons. Hold one peace sign up.
Wow. What?
If you do two peace signs, you should get confetti. Right?
Really? Yep. This is like legitimately working.
Two thumbs up is fireworks.
I can't wait to. Oh my God. It went dark.
And then
this is so dumb.
Devil horns will give you lasers. You'll be backlit with the lasers.
Stop it. Are you kidding? Oh.
And then finally, two thumbs down. It will rain. It will rain.
Really? Yeah. Boo, he says. It is absolutely
unbelievable.
That's unbelievable. All baked into it. We didn't do anything special.
Figure this out earlier.
Why the hell would you even need to know that?
I don't know.
By the way, who the hell would even need to come up with that at Apple? Like, where did you come up with this? It's cool. But where the hell did you come up with it?
Presenter overlay and other effects when video conferencing on a Mac. You know what? Break up with any major financial institution you want. Just keep giving us backlit lasers.
Well, this does kind of tie in a little bit to an ecosystem, which I'll make the tie-in in the last 10 minutes that we have here. There is a viral video out right now that you see on the screen with North Face as the center of this quote unquote controversy. Now, stats will tell you that it's nothing more than just magic marketing. But this,
in my opinion,
woman made a TikTok that basically said, I went out to North Face and I bought this jacket that said it was waterproof. And I am soaking wet. She's standing in the rain somewhere in some other country, Australia, I think, or maybe New Zealand. And it is absolutely pouring down rain. And she is soaked to the bone. She said, North Face, I don't want anything from you. I basically want you to fix the jacket, but bring me a new one. I'll be at the peak of this mountain in New Zealand or wherever she is. And so what did North Face do? They responded, went out, and so the red jacket that you see on the left side of the screen, the guy grabbed it off the shelf of a North Face store, got in a helicopter, and met her at the peak of this mountain and gave her a brand new jacket that was waterproof. Brilliant move by North Face. So this brings me to my question for you boys. Is there something that a company could do that would make you so wildly fanatic about it? Because I'm sure, like, look, at that point, she's never going to not own something North Face. That was that, because that's epic, right? Like, that is a whole other level. Is there something that somebody could do? Do the laser beams and thunder showers and balloons that you saw on the Apple iPhone right there make you go, you know what? They know me. I need all of the bubbles. I need all the things that Apple just gave me. I'm all in on their ecosystem because of that. Is there some company out there that, you know, tickles your berries enough for you to do that?
Well, I've got one that'll tug at your heartstrings a little bit.
I bet you it's the same one I got.
Land Grant Greenskeeper.
Well, mine was homage, but okay.
Yeah.
You could pick one or the other.
Yeah.
Yep. So for those that don't know
or don't remember
because it was a while ago, homage actually, when Greg passed away, they came out with a limited release edition of the t-shirt that he was wearing the day that he passed away. And they actually sold it again. It's a great 3/4 Ohio State shirt. There's a whole story about it. If you go to Homage's website and actually type in Greg, you will find it. It is still out there. Tell you about the whole conversation. And Ryan Vessler, the creator of Homage, actually reached out to my wife about it. And it was like a whole thing. And they donated all the proceeds to Greg's wife and kids. And I can tell you with 100% certainty, I will always own at least one thing Homage, which is very easy because I have 11 million things Homage upstairs.
I mean, I'm wearing 2 pieces of Homage right now.
I have Homage underwear on.
Yeah, my jockey shorts, my Homage shorts.
They are quite literally close to my giggleberries.
Yeah,
that's how close they are to my heart.
But so Land Grant, a local adult beverage supplier here in Columbus, Ohio, kind of did the same thing. There was one of their beers that Greg really enjoyed, and they did a special run, and they printed hashtag Team Greg on the bottom of them. So again, I will buy Land Grant every chance I get. I supported them before that, and I will continue to support them after that. So,
BoomBox probably don't have a heartstring story,
or you might. Oh, geez, why do I have to go last?
Well, here, let me tell you. You mean to,
Greg? But yeah,
you mean do something stupid?
Help me reframe it because I think I do have one. The question was, who is a top brand for me because they went above and beyond for me?
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
It is Ego Outdoor Power Tools. Ego Outdoor Power Tools. I in a past life, some of you may know, I did marketing for major Ohio Power Tools, and I got all kinds of gear. I was flown to other places. If you want to go check out the tool show, I used to work for those guys here on YouTube.
You created it.
And that's right. And Ego, I bought a 56 volt mower, and a 56 volt battery is a massive battery. It is
big
like
battery.
That's
big battery.
It's a heart of a transformer. It's gigantic, and it wasn't working well. It would die. I would think it was overheating, and then it didn't. And I'd sunk a good chunk of change in, and I just called them, and I was like, "How do I get this fixed?" And I told them everything that I could. I had not registered my mower. I had not done the warranty piece. I just was able to find like my receipt on a day at Lowe's, or I think it was Home Depot at the time, and send it to them. And over the phone, they sent me a brand new $300 battery, no questions asked. And so like to this day, like I don't love that mower. I love that company. It was an awesome interaction. And in 6 days, they didn't make me send in anything. I had to prove nothing. I didn't have to send the old battery back. They were like, just go recycle it. It was awesome. And so of course, I mean, they want, I still have it as like a part-time backup because I have their snowblower and stuff. I mean, it's a wise marketing move. They keep me on their platform, right?
Yeah.
Right? They keep me in their ecosystem, but they went above and beyond. It was like, oh, you're having a problem with your $300 battery. Oh, we'll just send you a new one. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. And
you got their snowblower.
I was floored. Yeah.
So how much more of their stuff did you buy after that?
I bought the snowblower right away, off season, of course. But
man.
Yeah, so I've still got the mower. I have a 56 volt mower and a 56 volt snowblower.
How's the snowblower work?
It's amazing.
Is it?
I have a corner lot, so I have to have one. But because I have 2 handicap ramps, a driveway, and you 50 yards.
Well, yeah, didn't you say on a previous show like a month or two ago that you basically have an entire wall in your garage for your battery powered power tools?
It's unbelievably beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
I once got flown out by DeWalt to a a jigsaw blade release, and they gave me like DeWalt everything, like backpacks, 20 blades. I was like, you guys know I'm not going to use 20 blades in my life, but
damn.
But yeah, I mean, I've got, and then when all of the like Ryobi stuff would come into the shop, and all the real contractors would, up their nose.
Oh yeah, they all do.
Like, you can have that. So I have like a cordless 18 volt shop vac. I have a circular saw. I'm on Ego, DeWalt, and Ryobi batteries. I've got so much stuff. It's stupid. It looks like I'm a contractor, but it's not real.
That's all right. Now, is there one company that you won't mess with? You're like, I'm never going to work with this one company. This company can
stats, go ahead, because I have to think about this. I get me quickly.
I despise Napa Auto Parts because of a very bad experience I had one day. I literally needed a battery terminal bolt that the terminals that you screw into the top of the battery to connect all of the accessories to. I somehow had bought, it was a very powerful and expensive battery, but it had an extra deep socket for the bolt, so I needed a longer one. And the guy inside Napa looked at me like I was a 15-year-old kid with a learner's permit who knew nothing about cars, even though I had walked into the store and told him exactly what I needed and was willing to install it myself. I wasn't worth his time. So this is when you were still in house number 2. So however many years ago that was.
Enough.
I have not been inside a Napa Auto Parts since.
Interesting.
Peach, what about you?
There's a local car dealership here. The guy tried to argue with me for math. He tried to argue math. He goes, "This is your total." I go, "That's not what you told me in a text message." I said, I literally pulled up my phone. I go, your text said this. And he goes, "Yeah, that didn't count this other thing. And I go, but it did. Your text message said it did. He goes, yeah, but it's this amount of money. I go, but that doesn't math. And he goes, but this is the total. I go, you can't. You trying to explain math? Like you trying to explain math to me? Like you can't argue math. And so like I had a really bad experience there. Probably won't go back.
I probably won't own another Cadillac again in my life.
Never. Cadillac dealer?
Maybe as a hobby car when I'm extremely independently wealthy and my children are out of the house. But both of my Cadillacs in my life are gigantic money pits. I don't really enjoy GM cars.
Interesting.
Lost a lot of money on both those Cadillacs. Just because I grew up liking Outkast.
Yeah. I mean, haven't we all?
Yeah.
Andre 3000. I mean, how could you not? Roses.
Yep. I always wanted a Cadillac growing up. And so, yep.
I can see that.
Ooh,
okay.
The Ego Power Plus mini bike. There it is.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you've got two 56-volt batteries, I mean, heck.
I do.
You going to do it?
No. That's coming. We're getting it's happening.
Uh-huh.
Any two 56-volt batteries gets up to 28 miles, 20 range. Guys.
Yeah, dude. It's Christmas right around the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, egopowerplus.com, the mini bike MB1000, if you're watching, which you're not, but if you are watching, homeboy right here in the middle is a huge, if you go back and watch the last 10 minutes of the show, we'll talk about exactly what t-shirts you should buy, what beer you should buy, and then also what motorbike you should buy. So while you're on your motorbike drinking beer, you can rock certain types of t-shirts. Please drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. Don't do it.
Don't drink in mini bike.
Don't drink in mini bike. All right. Stats, where can they find you?
Still at the hellscape of Twitter at Helix Heinlein. Still checking in on Instagram once a day at Country Smith.
BoomBox.
At Scotty BoomBox. Primarily Instagram. I try to just focus my energy on one at Scotty BoomBox.
Find me at the Scott Peachy on Instagram and Threads, at Scott Peachy on Hellscape 2.0, Twitter, X, whatever it's called. Elon's Playground. I'm still over there too. I do try to post. Typically, I only post a day of show because I am boring. I've got a bone to pick with all social media at this point. I post. No engagement. No engagement.
Nothing.
If you don't pay for the I'm certified or the blue check mark, you get absolutely no traction. No traction on Threads, no traction on Instagram, no traction on Twitter. They can all suckle at the teat of Christ. None of them give me any engagement at all. I scream at the ethers like, hey guys, come watch my show. Nobody's watching you, chubby. No one's watching you because none of the algorithm pushes it. None of it. I scream out into the night, hey, watch my show. We're really funny. No one cares. No one watches.
Well.
Check out my social media that I just plugged.
Yeah, it's because your camera's out of focus. Yeah.
All right, be good at it. We will see you next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be good at it. I got to find the splash screen. I'm still talking until I find my window. Double thumbs up. That's where we're leaving. Bye.